Okay, so let's first begin with a little context. So the 21st century is shaping up to be one of dynamic change. So where change up through the late 20th century occurred on the time scale of multiple decades or even centuries, today major changes are now occurring on the time scale of years. And much of that is driven by technology. So take, for example, how the internet coupled with the smartphone led to the explosion of social media in the early 2000s. So if you take the emergence of a global social media platform in real time and a doubling of world food prices from 2004 to 2008, that led to the Arab Spring. So now today, you can get anything off the internet, but people don't know how to process all that information. Or they even can't tell what's true and what's not. So we have all these different segments of society following highly unpredictable and even seemingly erratic courses of action based on what they get off the internet. And on top of that, there are dramatic natural events as well. So there are fires, drought, flooding, hurricanes. These, along with war and political upheavals, are driving mass migrations, poverty, and hunger in real time. The people that make up society are changing as well. So here in the US Census Bureau projects that in just 20 years, whites will only be a third of the nation's population. Hispanics will be a third, and everyone else will comprise the remaining third. Now, this has become highly politicized, but it's actually neither good nor bad. It's not right nor wrong. It just is. But all this comes together and it's dramatically affecting the structure and dynamics of society. So while technology shouldn't, and it can't, and it won't fix all of our ills, we need to very intentionally and strategically leverage technology to build a better world. So clearly, we won't be able to do that with the technologies we have today. So as the world and society changes, we need to develop new technologies in anticipation of where we will be in the future. And this is why research development and technological innovation are so vitally important today. So what is virtual R&D and why do we need it? So if you look at a traditional R&D center, whether it's in a university or an industry, they're large, they're expensive, and they're highly dependent on the people and equipment that they house. They may be world class at what they do, but they're pretty much constrained to whatever it is that they do. And up to the 20th century, that model worked very well. But today, as we talked about earlier, speed, complexity, and the vast breadth of knowledge and expertise required means that you can never house everything you need in one R&D institution. So at least not to solve anything more than a limited set of problems. So with that in mind, think of a virtual R&D or an R&D center as a community of researchers and facilities, each of which is housed in their home organizations. And the keys are that the community includes world-class experts at what they do. And these individuals have access to world-class equipment and facilities, and they have a shared passion for working together to create technologies and solve problems that'll help create positive, sustainable change for society. But this whole enterprise needs both strategic vision and the business acumen to bring great ideas and new products to market. And that's where Chang Industrial comes in.